Hi there. We are here today with our rehab team, which encompasses physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. So let's go take a look.
We were hoping to see what is a day in a life of an occupational therapist.
So we basically work with patients in the hospital, helping them get more independent with all of their activities of daily living. So depending on if they've had a stroke or a brain injury, we really like hone in on what their deficits are to help them like get stronger and get home from the hospital.
All right, Jerry, tell us what speech therapy includes.
We have a huge umbrella of things. We actually work on people's speech. We work on their language when they've had a stroke. We work on their swallowing, which is what the majority of what we do all day. We can do video swallows, which is an X-ray of the swallowing. We can do nasoendoscopies at the bedside to look at swallowing. We can put on passenger valves when patients have trachs to give them their voice back. But the majority of what we do all day is whatever they need.
Much appreciated, I'm sure. Let's bring it home with physical therapy.
So we concentrate mostly on mobilization of the patient and getting them out of bed, getting them walking, transfers, whatever we're able to do. So first of all, it's very important for us to know that patient's baseline. You know, some people weren't walking at baseline; they were just transferring to a wheelchair. So we basically go in first and do a thorough evaluation on the patient, knowing weight-bearing statuses, if they've had surgeries, any precautions with any other, surgeries, cardiac surgeries and things. So it's just a lot to know to help the patient and not make them any worse or hurt them in any way. Not only are we working with the patient on getting them safer and more, a lot of times we do family training. If the family is going to have someone with them at home, we will safely work with the patient and the family on how to transfer them safely and that kind of thing.
Very important stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I see you have these little boards in here. Tell us about these. What are these?
So these are the patients that were assigned for the day. So then we also have to like prioritize. We see new patients first, figure out like what patients need to be seen in the morning and what ones we can see in the afternoon. Yeah.
We are with physical therapy in the gym, and in our tour, we saw that they have a car here. So I am hoping that they will show us what they do with their toy car.
Okay, so a lot of times we teach people before they go home, patients, we'll teach them car transfers because it's very important they know how to get in and out of the car safely. If they've had like a total hip, there's precautions. They could pop their hip out of joint,
Okay.
backs, there's different precautions as far as bending, you don't want to rotate, that kind of stuff. So we're just teaching them safe ways that you should get in and out of the car so that you don't injure what you just
I
had.
wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Okay. So of course, we always use the safety belt on all our patients because that way we put this around them, usually at the waist, but sometimes they've had, different things going on here, surgery or whatever, we might put it up higher if they have lines or something. We have to be careful of that. We put these on just to use so that we're holding onto that. And that way, in case they were to buckle or something, I wouldn't like just grab arms instead of maybe pull a shoulder out of joint and stuff. That's one thing we teach our families a lot for safety belts. Your legs, you're going to put the leg you can operate on out in front of you. Reach back. Right here. Right. And then we got to turn around. Instead of so I also want her not to just step in the car. What you're going to do, we're going to keep this leg straight so we don't hurt it. What you're going to do is you're going to turn yourself like one little line there. Bring that leg up. Okay? But again, the car again, you're not just going to jump out of the car. You're going to rotate yourself around and keep yourself kind of aligned a little bit so you don't hurt that point. You're going to turn yourself around. All the way around. That leg out again. Push up, come back.
so we're here with occupational therapy, and can you show us what's going on right here?
Okay, this is a hip kit. Some patients have a hard time like bending over after hip surgery, or I'd say we even teach people more after like a spinal surgery. But yes, these tools can help you get dressed and undressed without bending over. So I'm just going to show you one of them today.
Perfect.
Okay. So a lot of people like this tool, but it's called a sock, and it will help you put your socks on without bending over. You just take your sock.
Where do I buy one?
So you can get one at any home medical supply store, Walgreens, yeah, and Amazon. Amazon are the cheapest. And pull your sock over, and then you just take the two sides, and when you're sitting down, you'll throw it out in front of you, stick your toe in, and pull, and it will pull your sock on for you. Hold that for you. You can kind of put your toe and slide it to the end.
Place it in.
Yep, and then pull on the strings. There you go.
There you have it. Thank you.
Yes.
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
How are you today? I'm well, thank you. Great. So, here in physical therapy, what is the most random and useful skill you've picked up working here all these years?
I think probably to be a jack of many trades and to wear multiple hats because every patient's and family's personality is different. And so you have to be a chameleon and change your way every room you go into.
Makes sense. So, Lynn, who's the longest serving team member in this department?
Well, Overall, it would be Win Horton because but he was at Midtown 1st. He came over here later, but I've been the longest here at St. Thomas West. I've been here 36 years.
Wow.
And when I came on, we were Daughters of Charity, and of course we had a CEO that was a nun, and a lot of nuns were nurses and things like that. So it was a very neat experience. I'm glad I was a part of that back then. Yeah.
So this is the camera that we use. It's usually hooked into our machine. And then what we do is we literally have the patient look straight ahead. We actually put the camera in their nose. And it goes about probably this far. It doesn't go as far as most people think. Almost every single patient, when I go to put it in their nose, even though I say, I'm going to put this in your nose, they open their mouth. So it's always very interesting about what happens during these feeds. Once we get in there, we'll actually look at the vocal cords themselves. Lots of our patients have been intubated. So when they've been intubated, sometimes the vocal cords don't always look normal. Sometimes there's some granulation tissue, some swelling, could be some sores from everything that they've been through.
Can you explain again what a fee is?
A FEES is fiber optic endoscopic evaluation of swallowing. And what we do is nasoendoscopy. So put the small camera in their nose. We actually will look at their vocal cords from above.
Thank you all for all that you're doing. Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next week for the next episode of 50th Anniversary Video Committee.
Bye.